Hello and welcome to day one on building campus network. So we are given two core layer 3 switches and then two ASIC switches. So we also have a gateway pointing to the internet. So we are here to make the best out of it. This is going to be quite a long video because we are going to perform basic configurations on these switches. So without wasting much time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create two VLANs on CoreSwitch 1, two VLANs on CoreSwitch 2, and then I'll configure trunk interfaces on the interfaces pointing to various trunks, and also configure two VLANs 10 and 20 on 3, and then 10 and 20 on 4. Same applies to 10 and 20 on CoreSwitch 1, and then 10 and 20 on CoreSwitch 2. So without wasting much time, let's head on to CoreSwitch 1. So as you can see, I was already using the switch. So I'm going to go ahead and erase the startup config. So and I'm going to reload the device. So it takes a while to boot. So I'll pause the video and reset all the switches and then resume the video when I'm done. Okay, so now switch 1, which is acting as our core switch, is has done reloading, and we're about to start our basic configurations. So first of all, what we got to do is configure a host name for it. So host name is CoreSwitch 1, and then what we're going to configure next is to create our VLANs. So first of all, I'll change the VTP mode to transparent. So VTP mode transparent, and I'll create VLAN 10, and I'll create VLAN 20. Now what I'm going to do next is to configure IP addresses for the various virtual interfaces on the switch. So interface VLAN 1, the IP address will be, as is stated here, 10.1.100.1 255.255.255.0. Sorry, IP address no shut the interface. If I head on to interface VLAN 10, the IP address will be 10.1.10.10.255.255.255.0, and I'll type no shut the interface. From there, I'll go to, so I'll head on to interface VLAN 20. IP address will be 10.1.20.10/24 mask. No shut. Exit. So now I can type I can type show IP interface brief, and as you can see, I have VLAN 10 and 1 configured. Oh, sorry, there's no IP address for VLAN 20. Config T interface VLAN 20. IP address will be 10.1.20.10 255.255.255.0. No shut. IP interface brief. Now VLAN 20 has an IP address and is currently down because there are no trunks configured and there's no neighboring VLAN communicating to this VLAN. So that's what we have now. So from here, what I want to do next is to configure interfaces on the switch. So I'd like to change the font for you to see it clearly. So appearance, okay. I'm deleting the background. I think 12 is okay, and I think it's okay for now. Let me enlarge it well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect interface 00 and 01 to CoreSwitch 2 to provide an ether channel, and then interface 02 will be connecting to switch 3, and then interface 03 will be connecting to switch 4. So now let's configure the interfaces on switch 1. So config T, so interface range gigabyte 00 to 03, switch port trunk encapsulation .1Q. .1Q is going to be used for the trunking, and the switch port mode trunk switch port non-negotiate to prevent DTP. And what else can I configure it in? So switch port .1Q, switch port mode trunk, switch port encapsulation .1Q, and I think we are good on switch. So these same interfaces, which are going to be interconnecting the various switches running Cisco iOS, and therefore spanning tree will be running. So it's better for me to change the spanning tree link type. So I will do show spanning tree, and as you can see at the moment the link type is shared for VLAN 1 and VLAN 10. They are all shared. So I have to change it to point to enable faster convergence. So once again, interface range 03, spanning tree link type point to point, and so show run for switch 1 shows us the running configuration for the switch as at now. My device is running a bit slow. I don't know why, but I think let me pause the video and wait for it to load the configuration. Now I'll be back soon. Okay, so we have the configuration running, and as you can see, this is the running configuration on the switch at the moment. We have spanning tree in rapid spanning tree mode. VTP mode is transparent. We have VLAN 10 and 20. We have track interfaces configured on 00, 001, 02, and then 03 all over here. So the remaining interfaces are not being used. So we also have IP address configured for VLAN 1, VLAN 10, and then VLAN 20. And that's all we have for now. So this ends day 1 on building a campus network. So in day 2, we are going to look at how to configure CoreSwitch 2. So thanks for watching this video, and I will save my configurations.